Gonna give you a quick introduction to this 1976 Ford Bronco. Give you a quick tour of the car, let you know how everything works on it. You can see when you open the door, the power steps come down. Got a good height for that. Makes it a little easier to get in the truck. Once you're inside the cabin, the seat adjusts with this knob right here. You can pull it to the left and then slide forwards and backwards. The back of the seat also adjusts with this knob here. Just pull it, you can adjust the seat back. One of the features on the steering column is the tilt steering. To make that adjustment, you pull this front knob here and you can adjust the steering column left or right. This knob is the turn signal, down for left, up for right. And then this little knob on the right side is your emergency flashers. Push that in and your flashers will activate. Pull it out, flashers will turn off. I'll show you how the AC vents work. You can move them around. You can turn them to guide the little channel inside there. And then if you push it inside and out, that's what guides the amount of air that comes through. You can see if you turn it over here and you want to guide it down, you just turn it. One of the other features is the emergency brake. It's the silver button down here on the bottom. In order to engage it, make sure the truck is in the off position. Push this. You will hear a rather annoying beep for about 10 seconds. Once it stops beeping, the parking brake itself is engaged. To turn that off when you get in the truck, hit the button again, power brake will disengage. Give that a couple seconds to stop beeping. While we're down here, if you look up in the upper left corner to the left of the brake, you'll see a silver button on the floor. That's your high beam lights. To engage it, just step on it. To disengage it, step on it again. Coming over to this side of the truck, I'll give you the information on the dash layout. Auxiliary position is to the left. That just gives you some power to the truck. On position is one click over. Start position is all the way to the left. In order to engage the lights, you just pull it out. You can also turn the light switch. It dims or increases the lights on the inside of the truck. To turn it off, just push it. For the wipers, you just turn this knob and the wipers will come on. Put it in the low position, high position, turn them off and it will park. It's just making the squeaking sound because they're brand new and it's not wet. In order to use the air conditioning, you've got 4 positions: off, low, medium, and high. 1 click is low, 2 clicks is medium, 3 clicks is high. With this vintage air system, if you turn it really fast to off, there's a glitch in these systems. It will not turn off. So in order to turn it to the off, just do it slow. The second knob is the air position. The first position is coming out of the dash and the floor. Second position is coming out of just the floor. Third position is coming out just the dash. Last position is coming out of just defrost. The first knob here is heat. Second knob is cool. In order to use the heat, turn it, this is off, turn it all the way to the on position, turn the air all the way to the off. Then to run the air, turn this one all the way to the off position and this one all the way to the on position. Next thing I'll show you for inspections is your VIN plate is on the back side of the glove box door, and your fuse panel for the truck is inside the glove box behind this cover. This is the 4-wheel drive system. The left knob is your front axle, rear knob or right knob is your rear axle. The daily driving position you want to be front neutral, rear high. In order to engage these, you put the truck in neutral and you push them forwards and back. Again, front is always a neutral, rear is always in high. So right there is low, right there is neutral, and right there is high. Once that is engaged, put the truck back into park. On the center box, in order to open it, push this button, lift the cover. The stereo is hidden inside this compartment. Once the cover is open, you just flip that forward. This truck is outfitted with the CD player. The way the CD player works, turn the car to the auxiliary on or truck on position. The stereo itself will power up. It's got FM radio. It has CD, has a couple other features on it. The subwoofer volume control is this round knob inside the box right there. So you'll control the stereo volume on this. You'll control the subwoofer volume on that. These two things on the side of the Tuffy box are your individual seat heaters. You've got a couple positions, low, medium, and high. You just push those to engage the Tuffy box. Stereo also has an individual controller. Inside the box, you'll find your wheel lock key, and then finally another set of keys. To shut that, just flip that forward, close the box. All right, the rear view mirror also houses a backup camera. In order to engage that, you simply put the truck into reverse and the camera will pop up on the mirror. This button here, when you turn that on, it engages the night mode where the mirror will automatically dim. Push that again to turn that off. Once you go into drive, the camera will disappear. We'll show you now how the tailgate opens and the rear tire carrier operates. This is a really nice setup. What's nice about this one is it's bolted to the frame, so there's no rattle on the truck, no stress on the body panels at all either. Nice low profile, sits behind the driver so it doesn't impede your rear view vision. So how you open this is you've got this really nice lever on the back of the truck. On the bumper, you pull that out. There is a hook on this side. You release the hook, then pull the tire out. On the driver's side, you've also got this knob right here. It doesn't allow the tire carrier to open past this without lifting it up. Once you lift it, it allows it to lock in place. So once the tire is open, it holds it out of the way from hitting the trim on the side of the truck or swinging back. Once it's in this position, it is actually locked. In order to shut the tire carrier, start over here, lift this ball right here, push it closed, get it back to the truck. There is a bumper, a rubber bumper on the bumper itself that will prevent it from hitting the chrome. Once you feel that snug, pull this out, rotate that over, allow it to loop around the clip, and then shut the bumper and you are good to go. All right, opening the tailgate. Go through the same process. Lift this, pull this out, lock it in place. If you have the soft top on with the windows zipped out, riding like a safari top like this truck is right now, release the tension of the top by pushing that forward on both sides. Once that's forward, you can stick your finger in here and just pull these two sides out. To open the tailgate, pull this lever here, pull it back. Tailgate will go down. Shutting the tailgate, do the opposite. Make sure the top is out of the way. And in order to shut it, don't slam it. Pull the lever, shut it, release it, and then just give it a nice tug to make sure that's closed. I'm gonna go through that again and show you how to do the fold and tumble since we're back here. Pull that, drop the tailgate down. Once the tailgate's down, in order to operate the fold and tumble, you'll see two levers. One on the floor in the back of the truck, one on the driver's side of the truck. First, you pull the lever on the left. That will fold the truck flat. When the seat is folded flat like that, It's still locked in place, so you can drive actually with the seat folded flat. If you want to tumble it forward, put golf clubs or bags or dogs or something in the back, pull this lever, it folds forward. It does not lock in place when it folds forward like that. As long as you're not driving like a race car driver, I think you'll be all right to drive it sat up like that, especially if you've got something on the floor leaned up against it. To re-engage it, just pull it down, get the seat belts out of the way, snug that. You're best off to throw the seat belts back through the seats before you raise it, and then go ahead, raise the seat up, and you will hear it lock in place. One of the things that I did not point out that I want to make sure that you do is when you shut the tailgate after you're done putting everything in the truck, make sure you slide that underneath and back in place on both sides. Very easy. There's a channel here, thick piece right here. Literally just put it under there, slide it up and in. Once that's in place, reach in the truck, pull these two pieces back, and it will re-engage the structure of the top. While we are on this side of the truck, one gas tank holds 23 gallons. To get the cap off, turn it counterclockwise. You'll see a couple knobs, a couple holes there. This is not like a normal car. When you fill it up at the gas station, fill it until it clicks. Pay attention to how many gallons you've put in and how low your gas tank was. You do not want to overfill this, and you do not want to keep going past the clicks. If you do, the gas will actually fill back up into the filler neck and it will overflow. It is not a closed system through the neck. There is a breather. That's what allows the gas to go in smoothly and not overflow. If you happen to overflow it and the truck starts leaking fuel, do not panic. It is not going to catch on fire. Nothing bad is going to happen. It's just going to leak fuel. Best thing to do is stop putting gas in it and go drive 5 to 10 miles, and it will burn enough fuel that it will drop below the filler neck. But again, don't panic. Nothing's going to catch on fire. Putting the lid back on, you'll see it says fuel. Put the fuel facing up and down. Put it in there. Turn it a half turn, and it will lock into place. All right, it's going to show you now how to open the hood. There are 2 latches that you need to engage. First one is right here in the center of the grill. Pull that out, lift the hood slightly, then the safety latch will engage. It's right here in the center on the bottom side. It's actually just to the left of this center line. Push that, and you can lift the hood. We'll give you a quick run through of what everything is under the hood. Here's the battery. Anytime you disconnect the battery, follow normal procedure. Disconnect the positive, the red first, disconnect the negative second. This is the computer to the truck itself, radiator. This is the power steering. You will always see a little bit of fluid on the top of that. Don't panic when you see that. That's just a little breather. When the power steering fluid gets hot, it expands. That just allows some of the pressure to relieve when the truck is really hot. This is the power brake fluid reservoir. This is the brake booster itself. This is the air cleaner for the engine. This little bag right here is for the windshield washer fluid. In order to use that, you actually push in the knob for the windshield wipers. Windshield wipers aren't that great. I wouldn't put that on here. This is more for states that have safety inspections. Down here underneath this on the frame, probably not gonna be able to see it, but you'll see a little, from the inside, you'll see a little valve there. That is the valve for the brakes. Right here is the dipstick for the engine, if you ever wanna check your oil. And then coming over to the right side of the truck, you will see this right here. That is the dipstick for checking the transmission fluid. In order to close the hood, don't ever grab it from the side. You want to make sure that the shocks left and right are both engaged at the exact same time. If somebody does happen to pull it from the side, you'll put pressure on that side and it could actually bend the hood. So you want to grab the shock here itself, pull that down far enough to where you can reach it, then grab both sides. Don't slam the hood either. Where these reservoirs are, if you slam the hood very hard, it could flex and the hood itself could catch that. Grab the hood. I like to push this in when I'm closing it just so it doesn't scratch that. But bring it there till you hear it click, then simply push down on the left and right side until you hear it click. Then just to be safe, give it a little jiggle just to make sure that the hood itself is closed. I'm gonna take you for a quick drive in this just to show you everything works, get it up to speed, and run through the different driving options. I'm gonna run through a safety check on the truck real quick to show you turn signals, headlights, brake lights, horn, just to show everything is in working condition. We'll go to the front of the truck first. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Headlights. Brights. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Brakes. And backup lights. And lastly, we'll do a quick honk of the horn. I'm going to show you the quick trick to the seat belts so that you can smoothly engage them. The way they operate is any quick movement, they automatically lock. So if you grab them and you move it real quick or try to pull it fast, it catches. If you grab it and just move really slow, doesn't really matter what angle you're at, you can pull them in any direction you want. You just can't do it quick. So grab the seat belt, move it nice and slow, and then it will engage and click with no issues. I'll give you some different shots of the truck driving just so you can see. I mean, right here, we're going 45, not even using the steering wheel. Just a little bit of correction, obviously, with the crowning in the road. But at 45, you can barely hear the exhaust. You get a little, obviously, wind noise because the windows are out in the back. And you get a little bit of top noise from this soft top as well. You can't really avoid that, but real nice cruiser, real smooth. At 45 miles an hour, getting ready to go through a roundabout. After we go through this roundabout, I'll get on it a little bit, show you some acceleration, and show you steering at higher speeds as well. But this truck is really nice with the smaller 31-inch tires and uncut fenders. I think the trucks honestly always drive just a hair bit better with the smaller tires and smaller lift on it. But here's just normal acceleration. Here's 45, 50, 55. Cruising at 60 miles an hour right now. Get in the other lane. Take my hand off the steering wheel, cruising at 60. Even do some accelerating at 60. We just hit 70. Coming back to a roundabout, but you can see the steering on this is really good. I'm gonna come out of this roundabout and get on it, get up to 80 or so you can see the steering and driving at that. Here right now we're cruising at 75 miles an hour, hand off the steering wheel, one finger steering at 75, no vibrations. Once the engine calms down, it's not that loud. Again, if the windows were zipped in, it wouldn't be that bad. Coming up to a roundabout again. Also show you on the stopping. No hands, quick stop. Truck still goes straight. Take off again. Go through this roundabout, and I'll do one more just smooth cruise up to about 70, 75. 55, 60, 65, 70, See the tires are balanced nice and well. Road's a little bit windy, so it handles the curves. One hand on the steering wheel, 70 miles an hour, and then slowing back down to go through yet another roundabout. But you can see in this truck, handles really well, not too loud unless you're on it. No real rattles outside of the top itself. Engine smooth, car smooth, truck smooth. No complaints on this truck. I think it's a really nice cruiser. Right now, cruising at 45 miles an hour. And, you know, again, not really any need to even hold the steering wheel with the steering. You know, a lot of the old trucks, you're kind of steering down the road like this. With this particular truck, I mean, it drives straight. You know, I can, outside of correcting for the crowning in the road, I mean, we can drive down the road, no hands, to get out of the crown, and I can even floor it. It's gonna pull you over, change lane just a little bit, but you know, that's, again, just kind of the crowning on the road. But outside of that, real nice driving truck. Don't have any complaints, any adjustments. But again, part of it is the smaller lift, the smaller tires. The trucks always handle really nice. But that's about it on the drive of this truck. I'm gonna make a U-turn up here. Show you too, you know, turning radius. Really nice on these things. Nothing crazy on that, but we'll do a quick turn on it. Nice and tight. Everything looks good.